Since the beginning of time, fire has played an integral role in human advancement. It has brought us the forging of metal, cooking of food, and kept people warm. However, fire has also brought the death and injury of millions of people. These good and bad things are represented in the Sigmund Freud's iceberg theory, which involves three aspects of the human psyche. This involves superego, which is having morals and societal values, id, which is the primitive aspect of humanity, and ego, which is in the middle ground of the two. In William Golding's Lord of the Flies, Golding uses the changes in the role of fire to symbolize the progression down the three levels of the iceberg theory.
Come on, Chip. You have elected me as leader. We need to start a rotation to make sure the fire keeps going. Okay. It's our only chance of survival if we want to get off this island. Chris, Andy, you guys are the first rotation of the ship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When the boys first arrive at the island, they are all at the tip of the iceberg, or superego. One of the central pillars of superego is order. The boys form a little democracy where they vote for a leader to guide the group. Ralph enforces the rules to keep order among the boys, encouraging them to keep the fire going instead of playing or expressing their anger through hunting. The role of fire represents the civilized superego in the group since it requires members to place societal rules over their own desires. If the boys let their id overpower their superego and abandon the fire, it will prevent the boys from being saved. This serves as the impediment to the boys running off and playing.
Chris, Andy, it's time to start your shift.
Man, I wish we were still playing in the water. I don't want to tend the fire.
Yeah, tending this fire is so boring.
When can we go home?
Chris, Andy, stop playing around.
Yeah, we should keep this fire going. We want to go home, or else no one's gonna see us and rescue us.
Yeah, I agree. Let's tend the fire.
As their stay on the island increases, one notices through the roll of fire that some characters slip down the iceberg. Although they don't fall all the way to the bottom, their contemplation of whether to work or play shows their mind is on the edge. The roll of fire becomes a chore, an annoyance, instead of their only way out. Their inner id wants them to waste their time and play around. Their ego devises a way to gain pleasure in a way considering societal rules for keeping a fire going, in order to receive the ultimate pleasure, rescue. After some thought, the boys eventually drift further down the iceberg and abandon the fire. Following their current path, the boys fall further toward it.
Oh no, the hunters are looking for me. He's over there! Are you sure he's in there? Yeah, what are we gonna do? We have to smoke him out. Use that torch. Light up the forest.
People to be cut his throat, fill his blood.
Okay.
At the end of the book, Ralph and the boys finally arrive at the last section of the iceberg, or id. He puts his immediate desire to be the supreme leader and hunt over the logical path of cooperating with Ralph and getting rescued. He completely dismantles the society the boys form and forms a sort of a tribe where he does whatever his id feels like doing. Jack's id has overpowered his superego. To Jack, the fire represents his aggressive instinct. In Ralph's view, the fire has become a savage animal.
In the beginning, the fire starts out as a beacon of hope. It is their only chance of being rescued, and Ralph has set rules to viciously maintain the fire 24/7. These rules can only come from the superego of the boys. As time progresses, ego plays a larger role as the boys debate whether to conform to society or fend only from themselves. Fire transitions to being a task to do, not a survival mechanism. Finally, Id takes over. Fire turns into a weapon of destruction when Jack's Id brings the boys to attempt to kill Ralph.
Yeah, we should listen to Ralph. I want to go home. We have to keep this thing going. Forgot my line.
Oh no, the hunters are looking for me.
What?
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.